Welcome back on The Chili Show, back with your host, Megan Malarkey, where we look at important news worldwide. While we know the pandemic has affected us all over the world, we are going to look at stats and talk to famous scientists in this town in Connecticut. We are going to see how coronavirus has affected Avon High School. Let's see if people are safe there or if they're having high death rates. Hopefully not. Okay, over to you, Dr. Caufi. Hopefully these kids are behaving.
Hi, I'm Dr. Caufi in my lab here with some new information about COVID-19 based on some recent events in Avon. It is truly interesting how Corona acts differently in Avon than in other towns. As you can see here from the graph, the numbers are very, very low in Avon right now, ever since Thanksgiving. I would like to note some big numbers for Avon, or should I say big lows.
Oh wow, Dr. Caufi. You see that, everyone? The rates are excessively low. How is this so low? What are some tips and tricks you guys have been doing here in Avon?
Eating and drinking with your mask off in a public place like school, inside, actually caused one negative case in Avon. I know it's hard to think about, but Avon is doing so phenomenally with this aspect. Having your mask off and saying you're drinking or eating when you're just walking around is so good for the community, and it's making people who would have gotten COVID not get it, hence the negative case. As well, we've seen that going to big parties inside or outside with no masks and not following the rules put in place by the governor also caused one negative case. In some places, big parties might cause a whole school system with over 2,000 kids to go online for a week and a half, but not Avon. Going to parties is so responsible for them, and again, caused this negative case that we saw with eating and drinking unmasked. Letting your kids play sports is also extremely safe, folks. There were only 3 cases. That is so low. There is no chance here of having an elementary school class quarantined for 2 weeks. No chance at all. We've also seen that if parents allow their kids to hang out unmasked without quarantining ahead of time, there is a very low chance of COVID spreading. COVID-19 is an extremely interesting disease here in Avon.
Oh, very interesting. To say, I guess, total contact with peers and not quarantining is the best decision for this pandemic. I'm sure you have some research and proof to prove to us. Yeah, I hope other towns in Connecticut can take notes to show that it's okay to go to parties and Corona doesn't spread at lunch or sports.
Yes, some very recent research done by me and my team in this lab here showed that Corona is very polite and actually listens to parents. If parents say their kids can hang out, Corona, unless feeling moody, will respect the parents' wishes and not spread at all. I'll let you folks look at this graph here a little more. But all of these numbers show a very clear sign. Staying home caused 18 whole cases of COVID-19. Staying home causes bad mental health, which makes people susceptible to receiving bad brainwaves of COVID. So Avon, make sure to get out there and party with your teenagers while you can. Don't waste your life. Staying home really hurts your community and could cause schools to shut down. See you next Thursday for our weekly updates.
Wow, talking to Dr. Caufi shows it's okay to not be home. Staying home is bad. Hear that, folks? That causes the spread of Corona. Go hang out with friends and do sports and go to parties and etc. and especially not 6 feet apart. Before I leave, I'll be discussing to you about a mom named Karen Maverick from the official Avon Moms Facebook group. She has an exclusive opinion on COVID and how it has affected Avon.
Hi, I'm Karen Maverick from the official Avon Moms Facebook. I have 3 kids. My oldest, McCarty Barnes, he's a sophomore in Miami University. Yes, we know, thank you. Lakin Rose, she's a senior in high school. And Taylor Rose, she's in 5th grade in Thompson Brook. I let my kids go to parties over Thanksgiving, especially my son who came back from college. I mean, can you deny him? Their mental health is horrible. They need social interactions with their friends.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that the kindergartner whose dad died from COVID is having great mental health right now. These parties really help the community. Did your Facebook group have anything to say about this?
Some parents want to stay home, but you can clearly see from the numbers that staying home is bad. Okay, I even found my own graph that shows how bad mental health is right now.
Yeah, as you can see, bad mental health was way down here before COVID, and now it's way up here at 100,000.
I mean, even if my kids do get it, they'll be fine. You know, my Facebook friends agreed with me. Our kids will be fine. We don't really care about the rest of the community. Think about it. Every man for himself. This whole people would die from COVID, it's a total conspiracy.
Okay. Now let's discuss what the other Avon moms think about this. Do you have a similar opinion?
No, we all think differently, but in the end, it's all about our kids' sanity, isn't it? I just strongly believe that my children should enjoy their childhood because they deserve it. They're great kids. You know, last Sunday, Nancy posted on a little group on Facebook that her second girl was talking about how her best friend Maddie stole her
Okay,
AirPods
Karen,
at lunch.
I think we're going off track here. You were saying about the other moms?
Right. What I meant was Stacy and Catherine, my best friends on Facebook, have conflicting opinions about this. Stacy thinks we should stay at home until this whole COVID passes, but Katie thinks we shouldn't even acknowledge it. But I'm somewhere in the middle with these two. I just think that my children's happiness trumps any illness. I mean, COVID is probably just like polio or what was that, measles or something, you know?
Karen? You do know that those are two deadly diseases, right? Are you sure this?
But remember, it acts differently in Avon.
Yes, of course. I'm the mother of three beautiful children, and may I say that the eldest is a boy in college. Look, the bottom line is that I love my kids, and I'm worried about treating them like they don't deserve happiness. You tell me, would you really jeopardize their fun and stuff them in our homes like prisoners?
No, but when there's a worldwide pandemic, I would think about their health, wouldn't you, Karen?
Of course I would. Are you questioning my judgment now? Are we even sure that this is worldwide and a pandemic that too?
Well, I mean, in other places it is, but I'm sure it acts differently in Avon, as Dr. Caufi has stated.
It doesn't matter. What's important is we remember to salvage what's left of their school life and help them be the best kids by letting them party. What's wrong with a little party?
Very true. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Act more like Avon and these Facebook moms, and soon the pandemic will be over.